Actually, that's one thing I had an idea of before I got here. I thought the U.S. was depleted.
Depleted?
Yeah, like that's the impression I get from media when they come, like when the UN, for example, comes to Malawi and is like, you need to preserve your trees. The impression they give is like the U.S. once had trees and now it no longer has because of industrialization and all that.
Really?
So you shouldn't make the same mistake. That's the impression that we get, and everyone is like, there's no nature in the U.S. Then I get here and there's a bunch of trees. There's deers on campus everywhere. I'm like, what's going on?
The campus deer?
I actually thought you guys don't have wildlife at all. You don't have that much trees. That it's deserted and you have concrete everywhere. That there's no space for trees to grow on. Then it's actually the complete opposite. And you wouldn't see a deer in Malawi.
No.
We killed all those.
Really?
We hear about it like in the 90s. You'd have the deers come by, but it no longer happens these days. And then we use our main source of like fire is like firewood, charcoal. So people are just cutting down trees, and it's a source of income for them because they cut down the trees, they burn the charcoal, and then they sell it. And then the government is coming in and is like, you don't have to burn charcoal anymore. But then they don't have an alternative way of generating income, so they keep cutting down trees.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of campaigns going like, we should plant back our trees and all that.
Yeah.
At the moment,
So there's no wildlife?
we have wildlife in protected areas.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So kinda like-
national parks.
Yeah, like we have national parks. That,
Mhm.
Like I feel like we have a lot of forests and wildlife and everything here, but
Mhm.
then we have like national parks that are like untouched.
Yeah.
Like you got some roads in there and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where you get to see the zebras, the giraffes, the
Okay.
hippos, elephants, and all that. Yeah, those are in the protected areas. Because I wouldn't even imagine coexisting with those animals, because if a lion came into you just have to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sort of get, but then we have the other animals that are not harmful at all, like the deers, but then still people just kill them if they see one.
So have you gone to Glacier or Yellowstone yet?
I've been to Yellowstone.
How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. From the same idea, saying that I didn't think the U.S. had such wildlife, and to see so many trees in one area, I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
What was your favorite part about Yellowstone?
The geysers, obviously.
The geysers. Did you watch Old Faithful shoot up?
Yeah.
You did?
We waited for it. Yeah, it was about 15 minutes away when we got there, and it actually did. So accurate.
So who'd you go with? Was it with all the other international
Yeah,
students?
so it was a group of all the international students. The bisons. We saw a grizzly like right
Yeah.
after getting there.
You saw a grizzly?
Mhm.
I haven't even seen a grizzly. No.
It was just there sitting on the hill.
Really?
Wow, yeah. And then
That's
there was a
awesome.
bunch of cars packed just.
Man, I'm
just
jealous.
over
I'm lucky. You're so lucky.
there. Yeah, I mean, we just got there like 5 minutes into the park, and there it was.
Wow.
Then there was a bunch of wolves that were trying to take down some elks. and
You
then
saw some wolves too?
We had to wait and just watch them chasing the elk. They never caught it though. Then they were just like surrounding it, like 5 or 6 wolves.
I've never even seen wolves either. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I've been to Yellowstone 4 or 5 years ago for the first time,
Uh-huh.
and we saw like the bison, the elk. We saw
Yeah.
some of that, but no bears, no wolves.
wolves.
So a little disappointed about that, but
Maybe you should give it another shot.
oh, I'm planning on it.